Brevin White is a quarterback, and he had an opportunity to go to the Power 5 schools, Arizona State, Oregon State, Tennessee, Utah, Washington State. Four-star quarterback. His brother plays quarterback at Arizona State, and all of a sudden decides he's going to Princeton. Now, that's not the norm, and I thought, good for him, because you're looking at not a 4-year window here of what your life is going to be about. It's going to be the next 40 years, and it doesn't mean you still can't go to the NFL, because once you get to the combine, then everybody gets a chance to see you. So, Brevin White joining us on vacation from Cancun. Brevin, congratulations on the decision. How difficult was this?
Thanks, Mr. Patrick, and it was a very hard decision. Ultimately picking, a school that, I'd be attending for, the next 4 years of my life. And it was hard. It was hard to kind of narrow it down and pass up, scholarship opportunities that I could go to and have school paid for and, play in front of big crowds and, kind of all those details about it. But it's definitely a life decision, and it's a decision that's going to impact pretty much the rest of your life. And there are a lot of factors that play into, making a college decision. And it's more of, it's bigger than just the football and just the academic situation. It's bigger than just going to kind of the best university for those reasons. I focus more on, the environment and could I see myself living there, and kind of all the extra details about it. So there's a lot of factors that I kind of went through, with my mental process through this whole thing. And I ultimately, came to the conclusion that Princeton was the best fit for me, both, academically and for, the best chance for me to get on the field and fulfill my dream of playing college football.
What was the toughest school to call and say you weren't going to come there? Toughest coach, that you had to make that call to?
There wasn't really, the toughest school. I reached out to all, out of respect, I reached out to all the coaches.
But your brother's at Arizona State. Did Arizona State feel like, all right, we got an in here, and you got to make that call and say, Coach, I'm not coming?
I think early on they definitely thought they had an in, especially with the coaches that recruited my brother to Arizona State. But there's been plenty of coaching changes that have happened since my brother's been there, and so it's been a little more difficult to develop a relationship with those coaches that have come on the staff a little more recently, and to kind of start the whole process over with them. So it's not like we've known these coaches the whole time, so it wasn't a true heartbreak when they got the news.
Do you see yourself as a football player or as a student?
I see myself as a mix. It's a student athlete. That's the title that they give us, so that's the way I see it. And you got to be balanced. You got to be able to judge, both your time being an athlete, and it's pretty much a full-time job once you get to the Division I level, and you're playing in college, and you got to juggle all your schoolwork. I think Princeton is definitely going to be a challenging time for me, and but I'm looking forward to it, and I chose it, and I'm happy.
How'd you celebrate your birthday on Tuesday?
Definitely went out to dinner with my family. It was my 18th birthday, and so I got the phone call in the morning from Coach Surace, informal read on the admissions that I was clear to go. And we just basically celebrated by the pool out here in Cancun, and then went and had a big party with all our family and friends that are here. And it was pretty exciting, and big stress, that's kind of lifted off my shoulders, and I'm just happy to be a Tiger now.
Do you see the NFL as a possibility in your future?
Yes, the NFL is the ultimate goal. That's where I want to be.
But this isn't the exact route to take. Why? It feels like it's a tougher route to get to a position that's already tough to play in the NFL.
You're absolutely right. And, the Ivies don't produce as many NFL numbers or prospects as SEC school or PAC school or schools in any other conferences. But you know, I feel like the NFL is always going to find the good players and the players that, you know, have the work ethic and can, you know, strive and make it to the league. So I still feel like, you know, no matter what my decision was, you know, I can do it, and I just got to keep true to who I am and my work ethic and my attitude and, you know, just my will to succeed. And also, the NFL isn't, you know, a life decision. The average career lasts a little over 3 years, maybe 4 for a quarterback. So you got to be prepared kind of for, you know, the after football, you know, life. And if football doesn't work out, I'm going to be prepared with a degree from Princeton to do, you know, whatever it is I want to do and pursue kind of that part of my life.
We have somebody who works on our staff, one of the Danettes who went to Dartmouth, and he said, you better be ready for some Ivy League trash talk. Are you ready for that, Brevin? Because I think it's a higher level of trash talk than you might be accustomed to.
They might be using sophisticated words that I'm not quite familiar with, but I'm sure ready for it.
Okay, wait a minute. McLovin went to Dartmouth. McLovin, is there something you'd like to say to Brevin, who's now going to Princeton?
No, I mean, I think he's a brave kid to overlook the obvious distasteful color of the uniforms and the fact that you can't even have real frats. You have, what, supper clubs? What are dining clubs at Princeton?
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
Please.
Wow, it's begun. It's on. This is on, Brevin. Get ready for this.
I hope he comes to the game in the future so I can meet him in person and deliver.
Whoa. You know what? We're going to the Yale game.
Okay.
All right, we're going to that game. Now, which sideline? I want to be on the winning sideline.
I'll give you sideline passes so you can stand right next to Coach Serace.
Well, wait a minute. That might be an NCAA violation there, Brevin. Let's don't get in trouble before you get there, okay?
All right, you guys can choose what sideline then. Whatever you guys think is, and whatever team you guys think is going to win.
All right, I'll leave you with this: the best quarterback in the family is
me.
You're better. You're better than your brother.
I think we're both great athletes, and I model my game. After him.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
But I'm confident with my ability.
I like that. Hey, and say thanks and congratulations to your parents because they did well here. So sometimes parents get kind of lost in all of these decisions there, but make sure you thank your parents for all they did for you. And good luck. Good luck with this, and we'll keep an eye on what goes on at Princeton, Brevin. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate your time.
All right, that's Brevin White.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.